Hi everyone. Uh, in this session, I am going to deal with returns to scale. I just want to recall once again about previous classes. You studied about law of variable proportions, or else you can also say to that is a law of diminishing marginal product. That is a short-term analysis. In the short term, if a producer wants to increase the production level, then he has to keep some of the factors fixed and he has to change some of the factors, then his output will increase. Why this is so? I told you in the previous videos that in short term, producer cannot able to increase all the factors of production because that is the beginning of his business. A producer cannot able to increase all the factors of production. But in long run, producer can able to increase all the factors of production because he has enough time and he has good amount of revenue since he is working some months or some days. Because in short term he will get revenue. When he gets revenue, he will change all the factors of production in order to increase the production level. So that is why he will shift from short term to long run. And in short term, whatever the output that producer receives from changing the factor combination, whatever output that producer gets from changing the combinations of output. Combinations of output means he will change some of the factors and he will pick some of the factors, and then the output level will increase. So like that, when his output increases, when production increases, that production is known as law of diminishing marginal product. Means marginal product in short term marginal product will decrease, will keep on decrease or diminishes as a producer keep on changing the factors of production. Okay, so now in this video, what is our subject matter is what happens in long run. We studied in short term. In short term, producer will change factors combination by changing some of the factors and by fixing some of the factors. But here in long run, producer can able to change all the factors of production. Land, labor, capital, organization, whatever factors of productions are there, he can change all the factors of production. So that is called as long run. When the producer, the major difference between short term and long run, you should not ಈಗ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಟೈಮ್, ಲಾಂಗ್ ರನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿಯಾದರೂ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. Okay, that is going to be wrong. Short term and long run, it depends upon the scale of business. Okay, size of business. Okay, so that short term means that may be 1 year, that may be 10 years. Long run means that may be 3 months, or short. So like that. So it can be defined on the size of its business. Okay, so now let us come to our topic, that is returns to scale. That is a long run production analysis. In long run, all the factors are varied. So when all the factors are varied, then output will increase. In order to, in long run, if a producer wants to increase the production level, then he has to change the combination of all the factors. When he changes the combination of all the factors, obviously production level will increase. When production level increases, that production, here you can see, when changes in the factors happens, this will result in 3 types of output. I written a meaning here, that is a return. What is the returns to scale? Return to scale refers to the rate. It is the rate, okay, by which output changes if all the inputs are changed. when all the inputs are changed, then how much of output will change? That is what return to scale. When in short term, when output changes, that output is called as law of diminishing marginal product. And here, when all the factors are changes, then what it is called as? It is called as return to scale. Okay, so this is the meaning of returns to scale. Then, so like I said, when in long run, when a producer changes the combination of all the factors of production, this will result in three types of output. Initially, in the beginning of his production, he will get increasing returns. When a producer changes all the factors of production, then his output will increase. Okay, after a certain point of time, his output will become constant, and after that, decreasing returns. Again, if he continues to do his business, if he continues to change the factors of production, then he will get decreasing returns to scale. So let us understand one by one what does it mean. Then later on I will come to that table and explain how these three types of output will work. So let us first understand what is increasing returns. Increasing returns means when factors combination changes, producer will obviously get increase. Returns means output. Returns means output because he is investing his money on inputs. When he invests his money on inputs, he will get returns. He will produce lot of goods and services, and by selling all the production, he will get income. So that is called as returns. Okay. So increasing returns means when inputs are changed by 10%. Okay, increasing, I am telling you what is increasing returns to scale. When output changed by 10%, output will change 30%. This is called as increasing return to scale. So, as meaning given in your book, when a proportional increase in all the inputs results in increase in output by larger amount. See, only 10% of inputs are increased. 10% of inputs increased, then this 10% increase in the output will result in 30% increase in the production level. When increase in the inputs is lesser than increase in the output, it is known as increasing returns to scale. Or else you can also say increase in the output or increase in the inputs. Increase, how much it is increased? Only 10% increase in the inputs level. Then this 10% increase in the inputs will result in 30% of increase in the output. So this is known as increasing returns to scale. Then second one, constant returns to scale, which means when 10% increase in the inputs will result in a 10% increase in the production level. When a proportional change in all inputs result in increase in the same proportion of output. Increase in the output and increase in the inputs are the same. So that is known as constant returns to scale. Remember, increase in the inputs and see, 10% inputs are increased and 10% output is increased. This is known as constant returns to scale. Increase in the inputs, that is also the same amount, and increase in the output level, that is also the same amount. So this is called as constant returns to scale. And finally, decreasing returns to scale. Decreasing returns to scale means when 10% of inputs are increased will result in less than 10% increase in the output. See here, 10% of inputs are increased. Compared to earlier, 10% inputs are increased. But instead of increasing output, the level of output will be lesser than increase in the inputs. So this is called as decreasing returns to scale. So this will happen in each firms, because in the beginning of any business, in the beginning total production and marginal production will increase. Total production increasing means marginal production is also increasing. When total production increases at increasing rate, marginal product will also increase. When total product increases at constant rate, means by the same proportion by each factors of production or inputs, that is known as constant returns to scale. And decreasing returns to scale means total production is increasing but at decreasing rate, which means marginal product is decreasing. Okay, so you can see the table here. I written carefully. You can see carefully here. I have taken only two inputs. Just imagine there are only two inputs by which output will be produced: land and labor. Here in long run, all the factors are changed. All the factors are varied. There are no fixed factors in the long run. I told you the reason why there are no fixed factors in the long run. Land and just imagine there are only two factors of production, and then both factors are changing. You can see here from right from the beginning to end. You can see here both the factors are changing. Here, as this increasing returns from 1 to 4, this is the stage. It is called as increasing returns to scale, IRS. Okay, in short, it is called as IRS, increasing return to scale. Here you can see both the factors are changing. Total production is increasing. You can see here 5, 12, 20, 29. Total production is increasing and marginal production is also increasing. When total production is increasing at increasing rate, which means marginal product is increasing. Okay, in the beginning, increasing returns to scale means, okay, total production is increasing, which means marginal production is also increasing. You can see the table. So this from 1 to 4 inputs, this stage is called as increasing returns to scale. Then second, this is called as from 6 to 8. This is the stage which is referred as constant returns to scale. Constant returns to scale. Here you can see total production is increasing at constant rate. It is now total production is more than in the stage of increasing returns to scale, which means total production is increasing, but it is not increasing as much as it was increasing in these stages. You can see here 5 to 12, which means 7 units when factors combination changed to 2 units of land and 2 units of labor, then 7 units of total production increased. And here when factor combination again changed to 3 units, then how much of total product increased? 8. By 8 units total product increased. And here when 4 units are higher, 9 units of total product increased. You can see here increase in the total production by each unit or each inputs is known as marginal product. And here you can see total production is increasing, by increase in the inputs. So this is called as increasing returns to scale. But here in constant returns to scale, total production is increasing it is increasing. You can see here from 29 to 39, which means it is increased. But it is constant. It is not increasing. It is increasing, but at constant rate. It is constantly increasing. 10, 10, 39 to 49, 49 to 59. It is constant. At the rate of constant, it is increasing. Okay. So that is why this is called as constant returns to scale. And then finally, decreasing returns to scale. Final. DRS, decreasing returns to scale. Here you can see marginal product is decreasing. Obviously total production is increasing, but at decreasing rate. Earlier 7, 8, 9 units it was increasing in the stage of increasing returns to scale, and at constant returns to scale it was increasing 10 units by each increasing the inputs, and at the last stage decreasing returns to scale it is increasing by 6, 5, 4 like that. Again, in case producer continuously increase the factors combination, then marginal product will become 0. And again, if he continues to change the factors of production, one fine day he will get 0 total product. No producer will do that. Okay. Here producer will start thinking what he'll do now. Producer, it is a common sense, he will stop changing factors of production. Producer here at this stage, anywhere in this stage, producer will stop changing the combination of factors. He will addict to any one of the factors combination. He will stop changing the factors of production because he is not getting returns positively. So that is why he is going to stop factors combination anywhere in that table. Okay. So this is about returns to scale. If you have any difficulties regarding this topic, just ask me in WhatsApp. Thank you.